Hey guys, tightrope here, bringing you some more Warcraft 3 action. Hopefully spawning down the bottom we have Moon as a Night Elf. On the top side it is Sheik with Undead. The map is a new one, a Gloom Stalker, which is why I've started the replay a little bit early so we can have a look around it. And this particular match is from the YangFeng Invitational 32. It's like a best of 5 show match between these two players. Escalating prize amounts depending on what the margin of victory is. So let's have a look around. Looks like Moon AOW next to the lab close to his base. The safe expansion got a bunch of trolls, pretty like standard expansion kind of creep camp. One thing that I noticed was a little bit unusual about this map is in the middle, all the gold mines that are in the middle have no creeps defending them. And they aren't like stingy, like most of these gold mines, there's a lot of them. You can see huge number of gold mines on this map. And all of them except for the one in the dead middle. A lot of gold in them as well. So yeah, got a bunch of furball camps. Reasonably difficult. In the corner, got the big infernal. It's on the red camp. Tough to beat. Some turtles in the corner.
A player's forces are under attack.
So, a lot of gold on this map. There's one more. Oh, and he does get it. Looks like pretty smooth on the creeping so far. Death Knight's coming out. Early graveyard from Sheik, so maybe we're going to see some fiends. It's got 4 ghouls though. It's not like a fast fiends build by any means. AW getting dangerously low. Coil Snipe to steal that last bit of experience, and he's hoping to kill the AOW here. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to do that, and he's taking a huge amount of damage on the DK. Coil gets rid of the Wisp, but the Wisp detonated, so no experience to the Death Knight.
Are under attack.
Now the Death Knight is up to not much. I wonder at this stage if you would consider just letting the Death Knight die to creeps or something. Got a lot of Wisps on the map for Moon. He's got a huge number of Wisps ready to scout. It's going to make it hard for Sheik to move around undetected. Okay, fast tech. But yeah, no fast fiends or anything. Got a lot of wood. Maybe gonna pull the ghouls off to do a little bit of creeping at some stage. Scally's keeping tabs of what Moon's up to. He's pumping a few more archers. Cold tower up here, so Moon's getting out of the undead base before that completed and before he could maybe get surrounded or something. No wisps out this side for scouting. I wonder on a map like this if you'd be good going for like a Dreadlord fast expansion or something. Creeping away. Undead and Night Elf. Tackling the same camp. More archers for Moon. Up to 4, and now his AW is on the move. Maybe looking to creep out the expansion spot eventually.
His forces are under attack.
Just doing a bit of scouting. I think Moon's like, what is he up to? He went for that graveyard so early. Sees the second crypt now, so he's like, okay, it's probably going to be Gargs then. Sheik meanwhile coming into the base, looking for a bit more Wisp harass. It seems like that's going to be a big part of his strategy. Managing to snipe a Wisp off there. Pretty much out of mana though on the DK now. It looks like Moon's just not even that worried about this. He does have, as I said, quite a lot of wisps out on the map. Skellies, though, just being annoying, taxing Moon's micro.
A town is under siege.
Cycling the low health wisps into the gold mine. Okay, here we go. We're back on the creeping.
A player's forces are under attack.
Using a wisp to keep the AOW healthy. Sheik continuing to harass. He's got a couple gargs now. Big part of these kind of builds is harassing the lumber. At the moment he's harassing the laws though. This one's in a bit of trouble. I don't think it's going to go up for Moon. Sheik came in here at a really good time. Doing an Ancient Protector at the expansion though. I think that's a smart play. Give him the gargs. But yeah, it looks like both laws are going to get cancelled. That's a big setback for Moon. Really good time for Sheik to attack though. Moon couldn't slow down his creeping or interrupt it. Does have a healthy number of archers though. Now I can see which second. Solid ranged hero to help counter the gargs. Just helps them. Well, the cold arrow stops them from flying away so quickly, so you can actually maybe kill them with your ranged damage. I was surprised. Okay, Moon's guarding Ancient of Winds quite far away from the trees, so clearly he's had enough of this gargoyle plate. But it does mean his wisps are a little bit more exposed. He's still got, like, I imagine he's got a lot of wood. He's got so many wisps out on the map, and so many in his base. And there we go, now I can see which is guarding the expansion. But the Gargs find it and might be able to get the cancel off. Really good preservation there by Sheik. And yeah, he does get the cancel into TP. Oh, this Garg coming back in. Oh, but it survived. And he's ticking up to tier 3. Still just a solo Death Knight at this stage. I'd say the Garg harass has been pretty successful now. You could probably just like give up on it. Commit to just a regular tech path. Don't think he's seen Ancient of Winds. So, you know, he doesn't know that there are hippos coming. And he's going for the boneyard. Don't need, yeah, well, we'll see what happens there.
Players' forces are under attack.
Starting the expansion back up, Moon. He's still at tier 2. DK taking a lot of damage, but he does have a replenishment potion. And that helps him hit level 3. Meanwhile, creeping away. Looks like he had his hippos guarding his expansion, but he feels like it's going to complete now, so bring them into his army. Boneyard nearly done.
A player's forces are under attack.
And we've got a Lich with the orb. Sheik's still a little bit behind on army. Investing so much into tech at this stage. Okay, and he's got the orb on the DK now, so it can attack air. Peel off and do a bit of creeping. Looks like Moon's going to come in for a creep jack. He's got a lot of hippos. I think he's got the superior aerial force. And the Lich low on mana now. Having a Nova to start the fight helps out so much in those air versus air battles.
Forces are under
Expansion
attack.
though just about up and running now, so Sheik's got to kind of hit his power spike about now. Otherwise Moon's gonna out economy him. Okay, retreating to the Undead base here, got a bit of cold tower action. Hippos are going in. The Gargs are going down. This is not going well for Sheik. He's continuing to pump Gargs as well. Very surprised by that. Okay, there's a big Nova. We've got the Frostworm on the field now as well. Gargs just flying in circles, occasionally turning around to attack. With the cold kicking in though, this is helping Sheik out a lot. Frostworm doing a really good job, and Moon not really microing his hippos that much. Has to transfer the TP over to the Naga Sea Witch. Moon still with the larger army though after all of that. And he's continuing to pump hippos. It's just air versus air at the moment. Got 2 damage upgrades on the Gargs, nothing on the hippos yet. And actually no upgrades over here either in the Hunter's Hall. Looks like he's saving some money to buy consumables. Got the Invul Pot, got the Heal Scroll. Moon's army is just like not that threatening to the Undead base either. Gonna find this Garg though. That's a problem. So he's got a good idea of where Sheik is now. Jockeying for position. Trying to keep the archers out of the equation to Sheik. But Moon's goldmine. It's up and running. Hasn't started his tier 3 tick yet, but is getting some upgrades now. Oh, big damage onto the Frosty. But Sheik is just unwilling to fight. I think if the archers weren't here, he'd be a bit more inclined. But when the archers are in the picture as well, it's not too good for him. Moon doing quite a lot of damage here, killing a lot of Gargs. However, now he's on the run, and this is allowing a few more kills. Got the Unholy Aura giving a speed edge to the Gargs in some of these fights. Moon making good use of hide here, though. Saving a lot of these archers. Doesn't have a dust. Maybe he can run to the lab.
A player's forces are under attack.
Able to pick off an archer there. More damage upgrades from Moon. The Ring of the Archmagi on the DK. Moon still with the army size edge. Is Sheik going to try sneak down an expansion sometime soon? Because this is just becoming a mountain to climb. Already 1,500 gold ahead. Okay, Slaughterhouse coming in.
A town is under siege.
Guessing it's going to be for a statue. Undead heroes, you know, really lacking mana without a statue. Looks like Moon's got his hippos into 2 control groups so they don't all get clobbered by the Novas in one lot. Oh, that Frosty's in big trouble. There's a mana potion and he uses it. think the Frosty's dead anyway. Oh, this is not looking good for Sheik. But he's fast with that aura. See the Gargs kind of sacrificing themselves to make sure the Frostworm doesn't go down. Ghost is still on hot pursuit though. Getting back to the safety of the Undead base. There's a big coil to save the day. And now in the Undead base, things are not going too well for Moon. Got the extra bit of cold from the Nerubian tower. Oh, but Moon's got the scroll protection, boosting up the armor on these guys, making them really hard to get rid of. And Moon's still just got the numbers. Frostworm looks like it's going to go down here. It's probably the time of the game when Sheik has to give up on the air and just try to make it so that these hippos are completely irrelevant for the rest of the match, tying up population for Moon. He's already got a couple of them with hippo riders. Maybe expecting that's going to be the case. And then Moon could maybe push out a few more archers. Hippo riders are decent.
The town is under siege.
Problem is the upgrades are based on the archer upgrades, not based on the hippo upgrades. But yeah, Sheik got a healthy number of ghouls together. He's actually got 1 damage upgrade on them already on the ghouls.
The player's forces are under attack.
And he's getting web. He's picked up a Fire Lord third. That's a strange third hero. I'm guessing he wants to be able to silence the Demon Hunter. Big mana burn from the Fire Lord though, that the 5 Demon Hunter. Tough to handle. Druid of the Talons in the mix. Moon disengaging. Moon is in upkeep. Sheik is not, so it does help level the economy out a little bit. And with that Fairy Fire on the outer army, Moon knows exactly where they are positioned. But there's level 5 on the DK now. That's a big power up, and he's picked up a Forest Troll Berserker. It's an unusual choice when he had already ticked Web. I think he would maybe want Fiends instead. Okay, spins the coil, so the DK doesn't have all his mana burned off. Undead heroes are pretty high level. $1,200 gold left for Sheik, so he's going to have to consider an expansion really soon. Moon's going up to Tree of Eternity now. Maybe wants the Master Talent. There are no destroyers. So, you know, putting the undead heroes up in the air. There's no dispel for that at the moment. But yeah, even though Moon's army does look a lot better, you can see a lot of it's tied up in hippos that just cannot do anything at the moment.
A player's forces are under attack.
There we go, the web is in the picture. Sniping off one hippo there. Looking for the web to cool down maybe, pick off another one. He's coming over to attack the expansion. Going to protect the first. Comes out with the wisp to detonate, getting rid of some of the undead hero mana. Big nuke on the demon, but he's got all the consumables he needs. Ghouls are still working on the tree, by the way. The tree's dying really fast here. 2 damage upgrades on the ghouls. And the Expo's dead. Oh my goodness.
Forces are under attack.
No repairs on that from Moon. He just gives it up. He does have the easier option though. He can walk his Tree of Eternity back over here. Doesn't have to spend resources on expansion like Sheik will. That was a really good fight. The second damage upgrade on the ghouls. They just do so much damage to the buildings there. Took down the expansion real fast. Gonna go for the big item here. But he's having to give up on it, and there is the Cyclone. Undead heroes up in the air. This is a big problem. Infernal smacking away. Being in no man's land, going down. Sheik going for the Hippo Rider kills. But the ghouls are dying pretty fast to the Talon Fire. Oh, that demon super low. That was shaky from Moon. Easily could have lost his hero there. And the army sizes are just about equal. Still feels like Moon's got the much larger army though. Sheik going for a meat wagon to try counter the Talons. Definitely a strange match. Some unusual build orders in this one. And what an item. Did you see that? Khadgar's Pipe of Insight. Oh no. That's so good for the undead heroes. The Acolyte's doing a bit of scouting. Doing a bit of unsummoning now. Freeing up a bit of population. A bit of army potential. There's these clouds on the tech. Okay, Moon's got an expansion over here. He's walking his Tree of Eternity over to here, so he's got 2 gold mines coming online eventually.
A player's forces are under attack.
You have the Fairy Fire on the Acolyte, so Moon knows exactly where the undead army is. Comes in for a bit of a creep jack. DK up in the air. Goes on the ground, going down pretty fast. Mass Cyclone. Usually these kind of shenanigans are reserved for playing against Orc, but working well against Sheik, who has no Destros. But we've got a lot of Disease Cloud on the Talons now. We'll scroll on Moon's side. And the heroes up in the air constantly. Not only does it put like a good chunk of his army out of the picture. Oh my god, the Demon Hunter went down.
The town is under siege.
But it also like puts the orb out of the picture, right? Okay, goes into Talon form to fly away. Is Sheik gonna try expand over here? That's the big question. Yep, there goes the expansion. Nice kill with that glow. But speaking of expansions, Moons. Okay, this one's up and mining at full steam now. Moon does have harass potential himself, can go into like Talon form,
A town is
fly
under
around,
siege.
and then damage the in construction mine. And speaking of, there's still 1 Hippo Rider remaining. And just the damage out from that, threatening the Haunted Gold Mine's existence. Meat Wagon, though, coming down, chipping away at the tree.
Player's forces are under attack.
I can see which should be able to take care of that though. Picks off a talon on the way through. Kind of needs fiends though to web these guys down. The heroes come back to save the meat wagon and to try and nuke down the Nagasiwitch. The DK is really fast. Look at him run. Nagasiwitch gonna have trouble getting away from this. She's gonna die. There's a Moonwell. She's still alive, but with the aura regen, there's gonna be some more nukes coming in here shortly. Okay, there's one for the Lich, Nova, and she's gone. But speaking of being gone, the expansion's gone. There's level 5 on the Lich now. But Sheik has no economy. And Moon's got 2 gold mines. That's very tough to beat. Well, he's coming over here and he's going to try and get rid of this one. Take it out of the equation. Acolyte running away. He's on the blight now. He's got some good regen. Moon trying to come out like one at a time with the wisps. Going for cheeky detonates. But Sheik's on top of it. At least one of them come through. So much mana on these under-heroes though, with the statues and with the brilliant aura thanks to Khadgar's pipe. Makes them a huge threat. Okay, heal scroll there from Moon. Gets his army pretty healthy, but there's the nuke. Demon Hunter's in some trouble. Out of mana on the Lich though, no more Novas. But the Undead army is fast. Thanks to the Death Knight aura. Okay, goes into Druid form to put the heroes out of the equation for a little bit. But Sheik's still got a powerful tri-hero and he's going to go for the Tree of Eternity. Moon never went for the armor upgrades. So these trees do die a little bit faster. He's unsummoning the rest of his base. Gone for all in. The meat wagon though, the fresh one, is dead.
Player's forces are under attack.
Right, the ghoul trying to come across here as well. Tree's going down. I can see it's 14 seconds away. Can Moon delay long enough?
The town is under siege.
Ghoul goes down real fast. Tree's still living thanks to the cyclone. I can see which is back. Okay, big Nova taking down the talents. Nuke onto the Demon Hunter. He's got a heal scroll and an invul pot. Using Cyclone, putting these heroes up in the air. Oh my goodness. It's never ending. Talons though, they're starting to get a little bit low on mana. Firelord's in trouble. He's still living, but here goes the statue. No more regen. It is nighttime as well, so the Moonwell's regenerating mana. Oh! The Tri-Hero finds the Demon Hunter. Okay, but the Talons are basically entirely out of mana now. No more Cyclones. There's a lot of Moon juice back here.
The town is under siege.
Moon did get a bit of repairs done. And yeah, with no statues though, the Undead Tri-Hero is quite a lot more vulnerable now. He unsummoned everything. Maybe go back there and unsummon a little bit more, maybe squeeze out one more statue or something. Okay, there's a great detonate to start the engagement. Puts the Lich out of range to do a Nova. And there's the surround on the Death Knight. And Moon's got the kill. Sheik has to throw in the towel. Whew, that was a close one. Interesting match, you know. I don't often see that kind of build path. Talons against Undead, but in this particular case, Moon just had so many hippos. Sheik unwilling to ever get destroyers. So it worked pretty well. Close for Sheik though, really close. Moon just had a little bit too much and he just couldn't find an expansion at any stage. It was looking really close, but yeah, Moon has so much mana on his talons for those last couple fights. And he could just put 2 heroes up in the air and then just focus the other one at all times. Made it really hard for Sheik to win. Well, anyway, guys, a wrap on that. Thanks for tuning in to some more Warcraft 3 action. And until next time, goodbye and good luck.